into the later half of this evening and overnight tonight. As we go through the early half of Saturday, should be catching a little bit of a break in the action with some cloud cover, and by the afternoon, a few pop-up thunderstorms again possible. So if you're heading out to the Montgomery County Fair, a few of those storms rolling in by the afternoon. So keep an eye to the sky. Notice that daytime high back in the mid to upper 80s. That's where we should be for this time of year. And then by Sunday, that looks like the best day of the weekend coming up. We're drier, and not only that, but also feeling a little less humid. So comfortable by the end of the weekend. Here's a look at your extended forecast. Also, DC United plays Saturday evening at 7 o'clock. Maybe a thunderstorm early, but we should be clearing out by late Saturday night. Into the early half of the week, I have to tell you, the models have just been very different. One saying there will be rain, another one saying there won't be rain. So nonetheless, about a 30% chance of a shower or storm Monday. I think the better chance for wet weather will be coming in on Tuesday. And notice those daytime highs back in the low 80s to kick off the work week. Adriana, back to you.
All right, stay with us. More ABC 7 News at noon coming up after the break. Protecting kids from sex abuse at school, Monday on Good Morning Washington.
I'm thinking of buying a car this weekend, but I hate negotiating. Why do I have to negotiate?
We know how you feel. Hassle-free buying experience. #1 customer satisfaction. Largest selection of top brands. Brown's Car Stores. Online at brownscar.com. Buy happy.
Having kids means having stuff.
Question is, where do you put all that stuff?
My Keystone Stairway bunk. Plenty of storage for stuff or kids. In espresso or white, only $7.77. Act now. This price only lasts forever.
Tick-tock.
You know, they say Buckingham Fountain is the front door to Chicago.
I think Wheel of Fortune is the living room.
That's very good.
We'll celebrate Chicago.
Tonight at 7 on ABC 7.
Having chronic back pain affects everything. Your family, your job. It's time to take your life back. If you've been diagnosed with spinal stenosis, bulging or herniated discs, sciatica, or other chronic spine conditions, call Laser Spine Institute for your no-cost MRI review. Our experienced, board-certified surgeons have a proven track record of successful, minimally invasive spine surgeries. With a less than 1-inch incision, you'll be up and walking within hours of surgery, free from chronic back pain.
The pain was nearly debilitating. I tried everything that I could, and I got to the point where I was taking pain medicine to survive, and it's just not a way to live. But after the operation, the pain was gone. The whole thing has just been an absolute miracle.
If you've been told you might need neck or back surgery, call 1-855-814-BACK now for your no-cost MRI review.
Laser Spine Institute, a less than 1-inch incision, a lifetime of standing tall.
The Midnight Queen mattress set, in firm or plush, only $7.99. About half what you'd pay for a mattress with a fancy logo, a logo no one will ever see. Go with the Midnight for $7.99 and use what you've saved on something everyone will see, like a shirt with a fancy logo on it.
Right now, Wells Fargo is under fire, accused of ripping off mom and pop shops. The banking giant faces a new lawsuit alleging its merchant services overcharged small businesses for processing credit card transactions, then charged massive early termination fees for leaving that service. Wells Fargo has not commented on this, but this is the latest controversy for that bank, which admitted last year that employees created millions of unauthorized accounts. Well, someone could be a whole lot richer after tonight. The Mega Millions jackpot is at $382 million right now. That is the 6th largest in the game's history. The odds of winning are less than 1 in about 250 million. The Mega Millions drawing is at 11 o'clock tonight, and that's not it. The Powerball jackpot for tomorrow night is now up to $356 million. All right, well, a former FBI agent and his daughter were just convicted in her husband's death, which came as a shock to many. In an exclusive interview with ABC News, Molly Corbett and her father, Thomas Martins, detail the night of that killing. Lindsay Janis is here now with more on what they are saying. And Lindsay, this was a very, very interesting case, one that started with self-defense claim and then kind of unraveled from there.
That's right, Adriana, and it was a fascinating a lot of emotion in that courtroom. A 3.5-week trial that ended with Molly and Tom Martins being convicted of second-degree murder and being sentenced to 20 to 25 years in prison. Tonight, you are going to hear exclusively from Tom Martins and his daughter, Molly. We interviewed them about 2 months before they went to trial. They give us their account, their version of events of what happened that night. Tom Martins was visiting his daughter at her home in North Carolina. He says he heard a disturbance in the middle of the night. He went upstairs bringing with him a baseball bat, a Little League baseball bat that he had brought for his grandson. When he walked into the room, he says he saw his son-in-law choking his daughter and he was forced to intervene. Now, the prosecution argued that there was no self-defense, that Molly and her father killed Jason Corbett, an Irishman, with excessive force and with malice.